Right now, I'm reading Esquire magazine. Not even on the stands yet. This is the November issue. And no, it's not about the sexiest woman alive.
It
okay,
is the sexiest woman
the cover
alive,
is. The cover is.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint you. It's just me. However, I am standing next to Robert Wiedmaier, whose restaurant, his new restaurant, Brasserie Beck, was named one of the best new restaurants of 2007. They only picked 21 in all the nation. And his, right here.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That's pretty exciting news. That's a big deal.
It was. It really was. And all the credit goes to my staff over there at Brasserie Beck for winning such a great.
And all the credit goes to his wife, who just showed up with the magazine to tell us about it because this guy was too humble. All right. Well, let's get to stepping and start cooking.
All right. Well, what we're going to do here is we're going to make a little Flemish stew. It's something that you can do, at home very
fresh
easy.
Food with a Flemish flair is what you do.
That's correct. That's what we do. But this is something you can do instead of doing chili for the Super Bowl. You can kind of like do this. And I'm just dusting a little bit of flour here.
All-purpose flour?
All-purpose flour you can use. And then we're just going to shake it off here. But it's nice, instead of doing chili for the Super Bowl, do something like this.
Right,
and if you got big, hungry kids at home, it's something you can take and freeze.
And these are just regular, what, sirloin tips?
Well, you can use sirloin tips. This is top round.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You need a little bit of salt on top, a little bit of peppers, this fresh ground pepper. Normally I'd use a pepper mill, but I didn't have it here today. So what we do is just dust it in that. And then you have a hot pan. And then you place your meat in here.
And you put a little olive oil?
Yeah, a little olive oil, a little bit of butter. We're going to turn it up a little bit more here, if I can figure that out. There we go. We want to get a nice little sear on that. And then you're going to let this cook for a long time. The thing about making stews like this is that you can do this like in a crock pot at home.
Oh, yeah, I love the crock pot.
And you can make this.
It makes everyone chef of the year.
It does.
Crock pots, too.
Crock pots are, they're nice to have.
And now you have these nice copper pots, right?
Yes, we use all copper at Beck's and Marcel's.
That makes a difference, doesn't it?
I love using the copper. It's classic, and it conducts heat a lot better.
Right. Evenly, right?
So what you want to do is brown the meat. Really easy. Salt, pepper, flour, brown the meat.
I can do that.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to add, and what I have here is just it's a melange of vegetables. It's celery, onions, and carrots.
Can you say that again?
Melange.
Melange. I just like to hear that. The melange of vegetables.
Melange of vegetables. So it's just what you call mirepoix in French, and it would have leeks. So you brown the meat, get it nice and brown.
Let that cook.
Let that cook. Real simple. And once that's nice and brown, because we're on time constraints here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this in now.
Right,
okay?
But normally you would let it cook.
You would let that get nice and golden brown, okay? Add all the vegetables in.
Add your melange.
The melange of vegetables. This is just a bouquet garni of thyme.
Oh.
Okay?
And you just put it in as a bouquet?
Put it in there. Just tie it up, put it in there. Let all this cook in here nice and slowly.
I can totally see this happening in my crock pot.
Yeah, and that's what's really nice about it, because you can do that. And then forget about it.
And let it sit, because then all the flavors, it just becomes more savory by the second.
The longer it cooks, the better it is. So once we get that done and it's cooking for a while, what I do is I use two different things. I use a Castile bill from Belgium.
Okay.
I was actually with the owner in Belgium 2 weeks ago. And
no need to brag.
No, I'm kidding. It wasn't bragging. It was work.
Right.
It was all work,
Okay, we only have 30 seconds.
So boom. So we add the beer in here.
So you can use any Belgian beer, pretty much?
Use a Belgian beer, or you can use a Guinness if you want to.
Oh, so you want a stout beer.
You want a stout beer. Boom, you add that. You add this in here, a little bit of red wine
Red wine? You got a Spanish wine there?
Yeah, I got a Spanish wine. We'll let that cook like this.
That looks really good.
And then we add in the mushrooms.
Okay,
these are the classic button mushrooms, which you call Parisian mushrooms, which have kind of been forgotten about, but I love them. Put those in there, and then you literally...
Never go wrong with the classics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you just leave it alone.
And that's it?
And you let that cook. You cook it, and you cook it, and you just let it cook and covered. You can add a little bit of chicken stock or beef stock. If you have bouillons, you add that to it. I've got a little bit of the veal stock here. We pour that over top.
As he's pouring that in there, let me remind you that the recipe is online at myfoxdc.com. So if you want to get this recipe and try it at home yourself, which we highly suggest you do, you can get it that way. Also, don't forget, if you have a chef or a restaurant you'd like to see featured on Midday, you can always email us at whatscooking@wttg.com. And through the magic of television, is that
Look at that. So then it comes out looking like this, okay?
All right.
See how deep and dark it is?
It's deep and dark and oh so good, and we're going to taste it when we come back. Stay with us.
You're going to taste it when we get back. Fresh parsley on top.
Did we save a little Belgian beer or wine just to have on the side?
We got plenty.
It works.
We got plenty here.
All right, good. I'm in.